welcome back. Engineering X here. I got another video for you today. What I wanted to talk about today is mastering. So mastering's been kind of a mystery for a lot of people, especially if you're a beginner. You probably heard about mastering, but what is actual mastering? Well, mastering is making sure that your song is complete. You got your whole mix done, so everything's mixed right, but you want your levels and everything else for the whole song to be at the right volume. You also want it encompass dynamics of the song, kind of to make sure that all the parts are how you want them to sound. So this is making sure that the music's not too loud, that you're not getting distortion or clipping. It's kind of just making sure that the full body of the mix is at the right volume, at the right levels. It's very tough, actually. There's a lot to it. Luckily, really what we're doing is posting them to streaming platforms. So I'm going to show you one plugin that is a whole mastering suite. Everyone should have this plugin. It's called Ozone 10 by Izotope. It actually has an AI feature where it actually automatically masters your song. And you can also fine tune it to your liking, but it does most of the grunt work and most of the heavy lifting for you. I'm going to show you how it works and some of the features. So let's get into it. All right, so I have a song here that I made. It's a Spanish song. I'm going to play you a clip of it so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we're going to go ahead and unbypass Ozone, and then I'm going to show you the AI feature, which is this. So really the great thing is you only need 8 seconds. It'll sample the song and then it'll automatically do a mastering chain for you. So let's go ahead and listen to it without it. All right, so that's a little snippet. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and unbypass the Ozone plugin, and then we're going to switch to the assistant view here, and then we're going to actually play the song, and it'll clip it for 8 seconds. All right, so right there, you'll see this kind of wave form. This will actually kind of recognize the song. So I'll kind of walk you through here. There's different targets, either cinematic, country. It's recognizing this song as an EDM song. It's kind of like a it's kind of like a reggae song, reggaeton, or dancehall. But EDM works for this. You also have folk, hip hop, rap, jazz, pop, R&B, soul, reggae, rock. So basically it'll kind of automatically detect from the music what type of genre your song most fits into just from listening to it. This will recognize it. This matches it with hundreds, if not thousands, of other songs that sound like your song, and it'll kind of put it in that genre and kind of build a custom mastering chain for that genre. In that song. So the two knobs that are here is the width match knob and the dynamics knob. So this affects the imager, which basically just makes the wideness of your song. So it'll sound wider, it'll sound bigger, it'll sound fuller. And then you can adjust this. And then as well, you have your maximizer, which will affect the dynamics of the song. So let's go ahead and play it. If you click on this button right here, it'll actually show you what it did. So it added an EQ, and this is the EQ that it added to it. It also added imaging, so stereo width. It also added dynamic compression bands. And this is one of my favorite features because this is a really great dynamic EQ. It's probably the best I've ever used. And then you have your maximizer to kind of control the dynamics of the song as well. So let's play it, without it. I'll bypass back and forth. So this is with. So right there, you actually notice that the volume actually got louder. This will actually raise the volume of your track to the correct amount for streaming. So it'll automatically set you up for streaming loudness. So a negative 11 LUFS. So this is really great because you don't have to do that. You don't have to figure that out. The plugin does it all for you. Now, since we noticed that it is louder, sometimes it can sound better just because it's louder. So there's also a button where you can gain match, so that way it's affecting the track, but it's not it's compensating for the volume. So if we just click on that, let's just play it one more time. So right there, you can see that it's tracking the loudness and it's adjusting for that. So we're going to just turn that off because I do want it to get louder and hit my streaming loudness max. Now let's go back into the dynamic EQ. So these are already automatically being activated and you can add more band. So let's go ahead. I kind of want to add a little bit more in the 10K range. So let's go ahead and play it. I'm going to go ahead and solo it just to hear where the harshness is. And let's listen. And right here, I can control the amount of compression. So we're going to bring that down a little bit. Let's listen. Okay, and then you can add more for the low end. You just double click and then it'll add it. You can also delete it by pressing X. The maximizer, these things are just going to automatically do it. You can tweak. I mean, you know, there's so much here. You can actually add up to 12 different effects. The imager is really great here. You can choose which parts are being affected by the imager, the stereo width. I typically just like to go to the width knob here and then just control the whole width. So let's play around with that. So one thing that you can also do is add distortion. They have, you know, vintage distortion, and basically you can, you know, attack this in the harmonics and the low end and also the high end. And then you can really kind of customize the sound, you know, to where you really want it. The other thing, you also have an exciter, which will also add some distortion. You can choose if it's analog, retro, tape, diode. So it just gives you so many options, and this is a whole plugin suite, you know, that you just allows you to really target your master. Again, this is Ozone 10 by Izotope, so I highly recommend it. They have it for, I believe, $199 right now for the standard and $299. You can try it out for free, I believe, for like 10 or 20 days. And just try it out. I mean, if you're really serious about getting your music sounding professional, this is such an easy way to get there quickly. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, please consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing for more content. I will be coming out with more videos. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.